Roach here, professional linebacker. Today's pro tip is going to be on frontline blocking if you're on the kickoff return team, blocking kickoff players. Today we're going to go over just a basic return that most people run. It's called a middle wedge or just a middle return, where the people on the front line of the kickoff return team are going to drop back. They're going to be assigned to the people in the middle or into the outside of the kickoff team. They're going to try to block them out and have the returner come straight up the middle, go score a touchdown. So arguably kickoff return blocking is one of the hardest things that you can do in football on the front line, because you start off lined up 15 yards away from the people on the kickoff team. You have to sprint back. They already had a head start sprinting at you. Turn around, try to block them and get them out of the way so that your returner can get by and get a big return to start your offense right. So it's obviously a difficult thing to do. That's why you don't see many kickoff returns get scored or get a touchdown scored out. So basically, I'm just going to show you the best technique to do it and the most successful guys, what they're able to do well to help them out. So we kind of condensed the field a little bit, and we're already down the field. So the ball's already been kicked. I'm already running down to get in position to get my block, and the people from the kickoff team are already running down here towards me. Now, on the middle return, the numbers go, when you count off for a kickoff team, the left side is all L's and the right side is all R's. So it goes R 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then L 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then R 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're in the middle, and then you have the kicker. So on this return, we're going to simulate myself as a kickoff return center or a guard. I'm going to be blocking whoever you want to call it, a 4 or a 5 or a 3. They all use the same technique. So for my case, I'm going to call Nick here the 5. I'm going to call Zeus here the 4. And my assignment is to drop back, to block him, get him out of the way, so that my returner Steve can come up the middle and score a touchdown. So the best way to do it, first of all, is when I'm lined up, I'm going to see the ball kicked from the kicker. So make sure he doesn't do a bloop, try to get a little onside kick or squib it, just try to hit me with the ball, because sometimes they try to do that. So once I see him kick it deep, I turn around and I try to find where the returner is going to catch the ball. Because the important thing about kickoff return blocking is just where you set up in the first place. So I run back and I see where he's catching the ball, and then I turn around and I get my butt pointed directly at him. Because if I don't have my butt pointed directly at him, a lot of guys go wrong, is where they may not see the ball kicked, or they just set up the wrong way and they have their butt pointed this way, leaving an open lane straight to the returner, or they think it's a middle return, so they try to cheat a little too much and then they leave an open lane this way. What you want to do is have your butt pointed directly at the returner so that they have to run through you to try to get to the ball. And obviously they won't be able to do that. So anyway, I see the ball kick, I turn around and I get my butt pointed straight at him while the kickoff team is coming, and I have the 5 here. Now my assignment is to block the 4. So what I'm going to do to buy myself a little time and try to make a little surprise attack is I'm going to stare at the 5 when I'm set up. So once I'm staring at the 5, he thinks I'm blocking him. I'm going to jump out and I'm going to block the 4, hopefully surprise him a little bit so he doesn't have a full head of steam as he's trying to run into me and get to the returner. So go back. I'm running down. I see where the ball's kicked. Turn my butt to him. The team is coming. The kickoff team is coming. I see the 5, and I don't want to wait too long. Some guys on the look-off block, they wait too long and their guys run past them, and they end up getting beat or having to push them in the back and getting a penalty. Or some guys, you see them come back, they're looking off, and they go too quick, and then they try to jump and over pursue almost, let him jump back inside, and then he's there to have a free shot at the returner, which is also obviously a bad thing. So basically you want to time it up right. So when they come, you're looking at him, buy yourself a couple yards so you can shuffle over. You don't want to run over, because if you run over, your feet are crossed. He will see you at some point. That gives him the advantage to be able to cut back across you while your feet are crossed up. So you want to shuffle over, stay low, and you want to be able to deliver your blow, with your face and with your hands, so that when he's coming down, you're able to strike him, because he's going to do the same thing. So you guys strike each other, but since you have a good angle, your butt's at the returner. When he strikes you, even if you give ground a little bit, he won't be able to go straight and make a tackle. So that's the basic principle of, running down, trying to defeat this kickoff guy who's trying to run through you. Some things that could happen: when you come back, set up, these guys are coming, you go out here and you try to make your block. Sometimes they'll try to swerve. If it's a smaller guy, a safety or a running back, they'll try to give you a move when they come down. And the biggest thing is just move your feet. You don't want to get too sold on delivering a blow that they're able to run just around you and you whiff. You don't want to sell too much one way or the other, because then they can just swerve and make a move. A lot of running backs are good at this team, running backs and safeties. And even you don't want to overplay the move, because then they can just run you over. There's been times you get run over by a safety because you think that they're going to try to make a move on you, and then they just come straight at your chest. So a lot of times you're playing on your heels, waiting for them to make a move, and then they come straight at you, and then you get run over, which is obviously a bad thing too, because then you can make the tackle on your own guy. So just to see it in a little faster speed, drop back, I see where the ball's kicked, I see him catch the ball, I turn my butt to him, and these guys are coming. I'm looking off the 5, I'm going out to block the 4, shuffling. I got my feet going, I just try to absorb it. A term that we use is get your butt kicked slowly, because at some point they're going to get off the block. It's just a matter of buying time for the returner to get by you. So that's today's pro tip on kickoff return, frontline blocking, and how to do a look-off block to execute a middle return.